Well then, I've sort of bolted the screen in roughly so it sort of stays in around about the right position. The headlights taped in sort of so it should stay in with a bit of luck. And I've lined up my lines down here then, so with my seat, you can see with my seat, that's roughly the sort of height the fairing needs to sit at that kind of an angle. And I've got, something's wrong, I've got the lines wrong. I've got a line wrong somewhere. Looks a bit chips. The screen is sitting up too much of an angle. It needs to be flatter. Now this is a problem with this screen. Because it's quite a shallow screen, it's not like a classic design. To get the height, I've had to put quite an angle on this, but it doesn't work for the bike, does it? It doesn't look quite right. Which is a bit of a shame, really. But it was always likely, it was always liable to happen. What I've got to do then, I think I might have to get a different screen, a different style screen. What I might try in the first instance though is just dropping this down a little bit. Maybe bringing that line there and that line there more together. But I'll still have to have the height because of the bars coming forwards and backwards. Bits of it I really like. Bits of it I really like. You know, there are some really nice curves and things like that in it that I think are fantastic. But it's not the angles. There's a problem with one of the angles somewhere. There's a problem with it. I just haven't figured out what it is. So I'm going to post this video just so you can see that I haven't been idle. I have managed to successfully make a fairing and found a good process for making a fairing. I just got wrong frickin' angles when I made it somehow or other. Yeah, from certain I like the size. I like the size of it. I think it's not bad size for the bike. I think it's a good size for the bike. Just sitting up slightly too high. Okay, back to the drawing board. But all is not lost. All is not lost. Okay then, there you go. There's my line. So now ignore the bottom part of the fairing. We're just interested in the top. Ignore the bottom. And that's where it needs to be, isn't it? There's nothing wrong with the screen. There's nothing wrong with the fairing as such. That is perfect. Ignore the bottom. Ignore the bottom. Okay. That screen actually looks very nice on there. So from here, if we don't look at the bottom, there you go. I can't believe I got it so bloody wrong when I did it. Look at that. Look at the angle. But it's in there. You know what I mean? It's not the end of the world because the right shape is in there. To me, that top looks fantastic. There. So all we've got to do is pick up that bottom part of the fairing. Now I say all, that's not quite so easy because the light of the angle of the light's now wrong as well. The angle of the light is pointing too far up in the air, so I'm going to have to change the whole front of it. Oh, bugger. Bollocks, 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 bollocks. But not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. Because I can see it now. I can see that, and I think it would look okay. Just need to bring those up a little bit. Okay, that's where we are. That's where we are. Now, I'm really sorry for those of you that are following this bike. It's got to take a little bit of a back seat for a while, I'm afraid. So nothing's going to happen to it for a while. I'm just going to give you a sneak preview just to whet your appetite a little bit here, maybe. But this is going to be a while off. Rev counter. Ooh. Magic that. In there somewhere. Like so. Lovely. We'll go through how this was done another time. That speedo, we're going to get that on there somehow. And we've also got steering damper. Now, no, in fact, I'm not even going to talk about that. Let's not talk about that. Ladies and gents, I'm ever so sorry if you're going to have to wait quite a long time for the next video. It just depends on what else goes on as to when it will be. Oh, look at that line. Isn't that lovely? Why didn't I get that right first time? Tell me why. Never mind. Never mind. There you go, one last look. Beautiful. Okay, well, I don't know when the next one will be, but it won't be forgotten. We'll get back on it at some point or other.